All right. Well, yesterday, EA kicked off the E3 party with their press briefing and debuted footage from Titanfall 2. Let's take a look at that trailer right now.
BT-7274. Your data recorder says your original pilot was killed in action.
Correct. My original pilot was KIA. I am now linked to Rifleman Jack Cooper.
Who authorized this?
We had no other options.
What are your protocols?
Protocol 1, link to pilot. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Protocol 3. BT! Protect the pilot.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Trust me.
All right, and here with us now from Respawn to talk Titanfall 2 is CEO Vince Zampella. Vince, great to have you with us. A big day for you guys yesterday. I'm sure you probably woke up and there was a little drama with the trailer getting a little early, but
that's right.
Made
it an exciting morning.
Yes, it did, and the game looks great. You know, a lot of teams come to E3 with just one thing. You guys prepped 2 trailers, multiplayer and campaign. You have it playable over at EA Play here, which is the fan event. You know, this E3, Titanfall 2, everyone knows the story of you guys building the first game, making it kind of multiplayer only. Was it clear to you from the start that you wanted to add a campaign to the sequel?
I think once we launched the game, we kind of spent a lot of time, you know, adapting it to, as players kind of embraced it, changing it, adding things to the world, and thinking about what the next game would be. So we spent a good 6 months after the game shipped kind of figuring out, you know, what we wanted to do. And, you know, the cries from the fans were like, we want to know more about this fiction. You know, we put the campaign stuff in multiplayer last time, and it was pretty successful. I mean, it was the #2 played mode in Titanfall. So people wanted that. They wanted more of that, but they wanted it without the distraction. You know, so for us, it's, you know, looking at how do we bring in more people. You know, one, we're bringing the game to PS4 now, so we're going to be on as many platforms as possible. But then there's fans that just, they're not necessarily comfortable jumping straight into multiplayer, so they want that single-player experience. They want to learn more about the lore. They want to be able to, you know, kind of play the game without that, you know, pressure. So it was great for us to be able to add kind of this new take on the universe and show people more of it.
Yeah, and we saw in the trailer, I mean, some amazing new settings, obviously, in the environment. Let's talk about the multiplayer. You showed a trailer. Everyone's getting excited about the grapple hook that you have in the game. People are playing it here. What can folks play at EA Play from the game?
It's what we have there is one mode. It's called Bounty Hunt. It's kind of an evolution on attrition. We only have 2 of the 6 pilots. I mean, 2 of the 6 Titans in there. Okay. So you'll see, you know, kind of 2 of their new unique abilities. We're approaching them a little differently this time, where each pilot is, I mean, each Titan is very specific to their abilities. So when you see another Titan on the battlefield, you know exactly what you're going up against. So those fights, you can kind of calculate a little more what you're going to do. You know who you're going up against, what their abilities are. So how do I want to approach this fight? So, you know, that's great. We don't have the full unlock system in there, so, you know, there's a large repertoire of new abilities that you'll be able to use as a pilot. But there's a few of them in there, like the grappling hook, which people love. And it just fits really well with that kind of fast, fluid gameplay that Titanfall has, this, you know, ability to go vertical, and now you can jump and wall run and slide and grapple hook up and around, and it fits the flow so well.
Yeah, It's absolutely amazing what you guys are able to do with the engine and building on it. You're also adding a pilot-only mode, right? Tell us a bit about that.
We have modes without AI.
Yeah, okay.
We have definitely said that.
Yes.
We are going to have modes with just pilots as well, though.
Okay.
Which I don't think we've talked about. But.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. All right. Well, that's good news that you guys will have that in the game.
We want to offer
fans.
as much variety.
Yeah.
People want to play the game a little differently. We want choice. The more choices players have, the more they can embrace the game and kind of play it their way.
Absolutely. Well, tell us. You announced the release date yesterday, coming end of October. So there's a lot of ramp between now and then. You also said you're going to do kind of a multiplayer test or some kind of way if people sign up, they're actually going to get earlier access to test it out?
Yeah, we want to do a tech test because we've changed so much about the back end, and we're adding PS4 to the mix now, so we're going to have a lot more players at launch. We want, ultimately, we need this to be a smooth, kind of setup at launch. So we're going to do a tech test. We don't know exactly when yet, but at some point we'll have a. It's not a beta because the game won't be quite at that point yet. But we want to stress the back end, really, let people hammer it and help us out.
Well, it's an ambitious idea for you guys to build in, obviously, single player and multiplayer into this and ship it in October. So we can't wait to see what you guys are going to do with it with the team at Respawn. And you're pretty busy because you also got you announced you're working on a Star Wars project that we saw teased with Stig. So Respawn is scaling up.
That's right.
Awesome. All right. Well, we can't wait to hear more about that. Vince, Titanfall 2 looks great. I got a chance to play a few weeks ago, and the team is firing on all cylinders. So the campaign, I think when people see that, I think they're really going to be psyched to see you guys return to your roots there.
I hope so. The team's really busting their ass to get it
I know.
Get it out there.
It's going to be a busy summer. All right. Well, thank you, Vince, as always. Respawn, one of the best developers out there. Jackie,